Hello everybody and welcome to another edition of LEGO Break. My name is Matthew and on today's episode we will be discussing LEGO lighthouses. And as you can see, I have two of these in my collection. The one on the right is much taller than the one on my left. The one on my right is the Motorized Lighthouse. It is set number 21335. It contains 2,065 pieces and it was released back in September of 2022. It contains 2 minifigures and 4 small animals. The one on my left was released way back in 2011. It is set number 5770. It was a Creator 3-in-1 set. It contains 1 minifigure and 2 small built animals with a couple of fish. So before we review and compare these two sets, I first want to show you a quick time lapse of my build with the Motorized Lighthouse. All right, there you have it, the time-lapsed video of this set being built. I hope you enjoyed it, and that way you can kind of see how it is assembled and put together. So now it is time to review and compare both of these sets. And I'm going to start with this one over here. This is a Creator 3-in-1 set, set number 5770. And it was called the Lighthouse Island. Now this was the main build for this set, as it had 2 other models featured on the back of the box. The main feature is on the left there. One of the models looks like a small restaurant maybe, with a little table, an umbrella, and a boat right by the seashore. The other one, I'm not quite sure what this one's supposed to be, but it looks like maybe some kind of building where they use the light up brick feature that houses a boat. Anyway, 3 nice builds, but the main model on these Creator 3-in-1 sets are almost always the best ones. All right, let's get into this thing in detail. So this came with a light up brick, and it's supposed to light up when you push this down, but since it was sitting in the box so long, it doesn't work anymore. It does have a manual turn here, and I don't know if you can see it on the inside there, but you can see the reflective sticker turning there inside the top of the lighthouse. And when you push this down, it's supposed to light up, and you can see the lights spinning and shining around. The set does contain 1 minifigure. Let's get it down here so you can see him. Also, we have a couple of seagulls that are built here. One of them has a fish in its mouth, and the other fish is on the grill, but you can see this other seagull is eyeing that fish. Let's turn it around here, and on the back side, it opens up where you can see the interior of this thing. Now this one does not have a bed or much interior with it at all, although there is a coffee cup on a table, and it does have a little staircase for the minifigure to climb up to the top of the lighthouse. Other than that, there's not too much playability for this set, other than the fact that you can build some other models with it. But all in all, a nice set. Now when I first got this set, I bought it when it was fairly new. I loved it. I thought, wow, LEGO came out with this really cool lighthouse. But now they have this monster right here. And all right, as you can see, this set is very detailed compared to the first one. Let me just give it a quick 360-degree spin here. And I'm just going to feature the bottom of this as I'm spinning it here so you can get a good look at all the rock work and some of the plant life coming out of the little mountain it sits on. There's one of the seagulls right there, an anchor, a little barrel with a fish in it. And that bird looks like it wants to eat that fish. As we keep spinning around, there's the staircase. And here are the two minifigures that come with this set. Behind the minifigures, let me move this guy right here. We'll move him over to this area. There's a little treasure chest in there. And inside this cave is where you flip the switch on to get this thing to turn. Now, there it is spinning around at the top. And it is daylight outside. I don't have any curtains for the windows there, so we are just gonna have to not see this in the dark today. But anyway, there it is working. We'll just leave it running here while I am going over this review here. So here's what the front of the house looks like that adjoins to the lighthouse. Let me pull the roof off here and we will have a look inside. Okay, as you can see, on the wall there's a fish hanging. We have a bed over here with a picture, little candle lit light there in the corner, little shelf with a bottle and probably a piece of cheese on it. We also have part of the light up feature to this on the wood burning stove right there. As you can see, there are some logs right there next to it. A pan hanging, a little fork hanging, a clock. Let's come around this way and you can see the map and a little coffee cup on top of a piece of furniture right there. All right, so let's stick that back on there and we'll zoom back out so you can see this thing better in detail. Well, how does the minifigure get to the top, do you ask? Well, it's got a few panels that pull off on this back side here. Let me get them pulled off while you're looking. And then we can take a look inside here. We have a ladder, and another ladder right there. And there's a little wrench in case the lighthouse does need a little bit of repair. All right, now we got the reviews done on both of these sets. And now time for the comparison between the two. Now, as far as which set is better, is there really much comparison? I don't think so. I mean, this one is so much more detailed, so much prettier in design. It's just an awesome set altogether. One of my favorite builds I ever did. One of my favorite Lego sets. It's just so detailed with all the rock work. The island's much bigger looking than this one right here. It's just got, you know, mainly one stud high for a little island it sits on. And I think I like this one better altogether. Although this one is a nice set. There's nothing wrong with it at all. I highly recommend both of these sets if you like lighthouses and add them to your collection. Okay, I wanted to do one last comparison of this lighthouse. And why, do you ask, do I have a modular building sitting here? Well, before I owned this lighthouse, it always sparked my curiosity on exactly how tall is it. So that's why I brought a modular over here, so you can see how tall it is. And then on these modulars, some of them are bigger than others. Some of them are a little bit shorter. So I brought a medium-sized one over here, just so you can compare about where the city line would be to this lighthouse. And as you can see, the lighthouse, it does tower over the modular pretty good in height. Now, if I can grab it here, I will pull this modular to the front of the lighthouse and get very even with the roof there. and then you can see for yourself how much taller the lighthouse is. And now time for placement of the motorized lighthouse in the LEGO City. And if you watched my previous video, I had mentioned it was going to go right in this corner, right next to the rest of the harbor area. And here's a look at it from this angle, right next to the old fishing store. There's a video of the top of the lighthouse going around and shining its light, although you can't see it very good because it is bright outside. So let me just do a quick video of the rest of the harbor area here for you to see. Here is the industrial side of the harbor with a couple of cargo ships there, a custom-built restaurant, the pier, and back to the lighthouse. And there you have it, another edition of LEGO Break. My name is Matthew. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the station to see more videos. We'll see you next time.